Shalom, Mashpakas. Tonight's message is going to be a part 2 about how to handle an abusive leadership. Dealing with abusive leadership requires blending submission to Yahuwah's ordained authority with active wisdom to protect oneself. Scriptures advocates maintaining integrity, praying for enemies, setting firm boundaries, and if necessary, departing to avoid ongoing harm. Yahuwah condemns abuse of power and promises justice for the oppressed. Key scriptural principles for dealing with abusive leadership. Submit to the position, not the abuse. 1 Peter 2:18-20 instructs believers to submit to the masters or leaders, not only if they're good and gentle, but also if they're harsh. This focuses on maintaining a character rather than validating their behavior. Following the example of David, don't retaliate. When King Saul was abusive, David had a chance to destroy him, but refused to act with vengeance, trusting in Yahuwah to handle justice as seen in 1 Samuel 24:26. Setting boundaries and leaving if necessary. While submission is taught, it does not mean becoming a doormat or enabling sin. The Apostle Paul, for instance, confronted abusive leadership in 2 Corinthians 11:20, which reads, "For ye suffer, if man brings you into bondage, if man devour you, if man take of you, if a man exalt himself, if man smites you on the face." We see sometimes fleeing is the wisest course to protect oneself from harm. Identifying toxic leadership signs. Yahusha identified abusive leaders in Matthew 23 as those who lack compassion, burden others, and focus on their image rather than their substance. Scripture explicitly warns, "Woe to the shepherds who destroy and scatter the sheep." We see that in Jeremiah 23:1-4. Yahuwah is a defender of the oppressed, and he will hold abusive leaders accountable. Practical steps derived from Scripture. Pray. Pray for the leader and for wisdom to know when to speak or remain silent, as seen in Matthew 5:44. Maintain integrity. Do not let their evil conduct how you turn into an evil person. We see this here in Romans 12:21. Document and report. In cases of severe, unethical, or illegal abuse, report the behavior through the appropriate safe channels as seen in 1 Peter 2:11-25. Protect yourself. If the environment is toxic and you have sought to handle it biblically without change, it is acceptable to seek a healthier environment. So to seek accountability, we must follow biblical scripture and protocols for addressing wrongdoings, including bringing witnesses if necessary, to hold leaders accountable, as seen in Matthew 18. So I hope this helped, family. Shalom.